Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Star Trek First Academy, Star Trek First Reaction stream for. I can't talk. You know what? I'll use the actual excuse is I went to the dentist today. My mouth isn't working now.
She's anesthetized, yes.
Yeah. I just got a cleaning. I don't really have a real excuse.
No, we'll say you were put under, you had the
yeah.
whole works, so.
Welcome to the Tex-Trek First Reaction stream for the Starfleet Academy episode, Cosine. Everyone want to go around and introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Aaron Harvey, and I'm the co-author and designer of Star Trek: The Official Guide to the Animated Series, and I do comic book covers and stuff like that, and you can find me here most of the time.
Hi there, I'm Stanley. I'm the co-host of The Salon, a Star Trek podcast, also on YouTube later tonight at Salon Trek.
Hello, I'm Joel and Velasok. I am a gadabout YouTube chats, and I'm often here on Tex-Trek and sometimes other various places. And recently I made the entire Enterprise Lego D on the Transporter Room channel.
Yes.
Only took 28 hours, so. And RC's joined us. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm RC. I'm the game master at the Actual Play podcast, Masks and Mayhem, along with Rachel.
Hi, someone else got to say that and I didn't have to mess up.
Yes, the pressure's off.
So I'm Rachel. I'm usually here and also a Masks and Mayhem. Everyone want to say what they thought of this episode?
Apparently not. No.
Aaron, you go. I was just gonna call and tell someone.
I really enjoyed this. It was kind of a nice bounce between the two different locations. It had a bit of a fun, like, oh, it's an Orion wedding kind of a feel to it because they got kidnapped. But yeah, no, so I it wasn't like it didn't jump out at me as like the best thing ever, but I really actually just enjoyed the whole. It's got that, like you're waiting, you're in between semesters at school. It does that feeling is really accurate. I guess it's like,
Yeah.
I was going to say, I just felt it was a little more lighthearted than I expected. Like, given the ending of the previous episode, I expected a little more meditation on those events. And obviously, it doesn't ignore them, but it was just, like I said, a little more lighthearted than I expected, which was good for some parts.
Yeah.
And yes, I really liked it too. So yeah, because they've been slotting in the character episodes, and so now we have the Genesis Darum cross combo character backstory, and so it was Genesis was fun, and well, you get Caleb in there too along with her, and then Darum is he goes to the planet of the AR wall, and that was
almost
kind of
Vulcan.
Underwhelming, but yeah, Vulcan-y but yes, I just wish they wouldn't keep putting round things in the AR wall to like make you notice the round. You don't have to do that, but
yeah,
that was the only real terrible problem I had with it. But
the one problem I did have was the galactic meteor shower, because I will say about that later.
Yes.
Out of context, the end shot is the end of days. They're all staring up, looking, and like it's not just the Perseid meteor shower or the named ones we have. It's everything's falling. The Borg are here. We're all dead.
I feel like if this was the 21st century, we would have died. Like they have shields and the ability to shoot things out of the sky.
I hope so, but it's not just the galactic, like the whole galaxy is falling. I don't know, but.
I also enjoyed this episode, but a little bit more for me on a rewatch when I noticed some of the more subtle themes throughout. Trevor, my co-host at the Salon, pointed out as well, like the isolation, the loneliness, the lies we sort of tell ourselves about our past and who we are as we're realizing who we are. I started to enjoy a lot more. I like that we got a sort of modern filler episode, and I actually really enjoy filler episodes. That's not I don't say that derogatorily.
Yeah.
I think filler episodes are where you get some really important character growth that isn't connected to crisis points, and we got some of that in this episode. But I will also say this is the strongest first season of Trek in my opinion, but this was like the weak link in the season. which is saying a lot because it was still a good episode, but it was a little boring at times to me. And more importantly, because I like that they slowed down after last week, but more importantly, I thought that there were some really big missed opportunities in this episode and some glaring some things were glaringly missing. So the quick hits, and we'll talk about them later, I'm sure. For me, the missed opportunities. Number one, Bella Shepherd acted the hell out of this episode, but her secret was like it could have been juicier or explored more.
Yeah.
And on the Durham front, again, George Hawkins acted the hell out of what he was given, but to me, the Durham growth in this episode was non-existent, but rather previous episode growth was then described at him, and he was just kind of there in a way. And there was a big opportunity, I thought, here with Kyle and his parents. Kyle should have gone with Jaden. It would have given them an opportunity to say,
Oh, that would have been
this really frustrates me. We're supposed to be on vacation. My best friend just died. And this would have been a coping opportunity. And he could have been pulled in by Jaden's speech as well. And the parents being there, being credited, but having nothing to do with him is a wild choice to me.
that.
Wild choice.
That was something I was gonna bring up. It took me on a second rewatch to be like, oh, are those his parents that we've like
Yeah.
heard suck?
Yeah, first
Yeah.
that went over my head at first.
And,
The
like,
credits,
yeah,
clearly.
same.
Again, a missing scene here. Like
Yeah.
after Homegirl that we just met today gets more character growth in this one episode than he does. When she goes over and says, okay, he's going to abdicate, we had this lovely moment. His parents should have freaked out
Yeah.
and given Durham the opportunity to step up and say, give him his Varsity Blues moment. I don't want your life, something. And
I want him to just randomly have that accent now.
That's his. He's been withholding it, suppressing it the whole
He's
time.
pretending
yeah,
to be
and I
British.
don't mind that they weren't on the water world. I get saving the money.
Oh,
but
Yeah.
that
Well-
was fine.
the AR
That
wall could have been better utilized, though. Y'all are
I
totally right.
do.
Yeah.
The concept
It's-
of a matrimonial moon is pretty. I like that.
I
Yes.
do
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that was cool. But is there a thing established? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna quickly, so we can get into. Like, I enjoyed this episode. I don't think it was the strongest of the season, but I think every episode this season has been so strong that like,
Yeah.
it's like how I described the Jane Austen book. I was like, this is my least favorite Jane Austen book. I love all of the Jane Austen books. I
Yeah,
love all
right.
the episodes this season. But so that way we can.
I was gonna
start
say, that's like
talking
when
about
you
the
have a
main
Star
stuff.
Trek episode that isn't as, oh wait, this is Star Trek.
Yeah.
I was going to ask basically that, like, is the reason because they're not on the water world is not why they're like in their normal forms? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
that's what I wanted to know.
it felt a little weak that we were at the Canadian wedding and we didn't see anybody. Like, it felt like
Were they all
budget saving,
human?
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have at least,
There's
they should have had
also a
some
line
reasoning
missing.
for it.
What
Yeah,
I
there were
assumed-
2 lines
yeah.
missing. One about why they look that way,
Yeah.
and 2, why there were so few people there. I mean, like it's a very Western.
There was a
centric-
tiny line about how
Yeah.
this ceiling is very family and small.
Yeah.
I picked it up.
And then
in,
there's
like,
a
the second watch,
global
but-
party like the next day.
Yeah.
That's like,
Next
Okay.
day, total
Yeah.
world party,
There
drinking in the
are-
water.
there are
Gotcha.
real life civilizations that have those kind of weddings, and
Yeah, but it
Was-
just looks so AR.
I was trying to like
Don't
look
fill
up
the AR.
examples, and all the examples I could find were like religions I don't really want to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna. Except one, Quakers have kind of small ceremonies, and Quakers are actually pretty cool most of the time. So
Yeah,
that's.
But there was a
one.
creative opportunity here to give
Yeah.
us more of Keonia,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
like their custom.
We get a lot of
Yeah.
Keonian clothes, like
I love
Yeah.
the
a
clothes.
lot of that. They went heavy and they look beautiful.
It occurs to me
There's
that they
some
were on a moon.
cosplay.
Did they at any point look at the planet?
No, I don't think so.
We got an establishing
It's just
shot.
all
Yeah, we saw
water.
it. Yeah,
We did,
it was
okay.
an
Yeah, we
establishing
did.
shot. Yeah.
I was gonna assume. I think because Aaron and I were chatting about this. We're like, why aren't they in their form? I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume it's gonna be like in some mermaid There's some mermaid like mythology that like mermaids can just turn their tail on and off depending on whether they want it or not.
Like
And
Splash.
I'm thinking it's like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Splash is one of them.
When they're dry, they prefer to look like this.
Yeah. Well,
Or
I
it could be
was-
like the Breen. They don't like
Yeah.
to show their real form unless they have to. Because he was nervous about
Yeah,
it.
He was-
that
In the
was
beginning.
true.
He was like, look away.
They keep saying
Maybe-
he walked on the hull, but it's like that's
Yeah.
not the important part. He walked on it without a suit. People,
Yeah.
that's the stress that, please.
Yeah.
Maybe they think that form looks weird, like not underwater.
Hmm.
They're like,
Fair
no,
enough.
Or-
no, you need the like light reflecting from the water, otherwise it looks weird.
I like the idea that we're retreading the Mandalorian. Actually, they're just not allowed to show it to outsiders.
Mm.
That is the way.
I might have immediately looked at that wedding dress and be like, could I cosplay this? Like,
There might have been 40 minutes of discussion about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, the
okay,
More
costumes are
construction than
great.
sewing.
Yeah. I will say, traditions that involve kidnapping the groom are weird to me.
And the second time in Trek.
That's what I was about to say. We've had this
Yeah.
before, though. Right?
It's normally the bride that kidnaps the
They
husband
did
in
2 heavy
Orion.
pulls from lower decks. They
Yep.
did, the kidnapping because it's like the Orions because they kidnap the groom as opposed to like whatever weird Earth things where they kidnap the bride. And also, there's that one shot where Caleb and Genesis are lying head to head, and it's from above, just like in the turbo lift on the end of the first episode of Lower Decks. That was like that was deliberate.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Ta-da!
look at that.
We're
He's
prepared.
got his receipts.
I was like,
Now
I-
they're
Someone
both
in the-
beautiful shots. I loved
Yes.
it, but
Was it someone in the chat who mentioned amok time? Like,
yeah.
it was
Um,
very
was that
Vulcan
different?
looking.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is also the plot of like, I don't want to marry this person. Or I guess like there was a little more to it in this case, but like, that was fundamentally, it's like, I have been betrothed and do not wish to
Yeah.
be betrothed.
There's a
I'm
great
kind of
line
glad that
from
they kind of condensed it a little bit, though, and didn't
Yeah.
stretch that part out, so we didn't have to like pretend that he wasn't maybe going to do it, or like it was just
Yeah.
pretty clear to start with. Like, okay, this is going to get cut off shortly.
Yeah.
There's a great line from Kara. Kara, it's spelled weird, but where she just says to Darren, "It's like, oh, just take all the time you need post kidnapping." It's just like, okay.
But tomorrow we're getting married tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm not going
Very-
to tell you. I'm just going to kidnap you,
it's
and then
it was very nice of them to wait till he was on spring break to kidnap him.
Yes.
Yeah.
with the TVA portal too, they used to kidnap him. So it was like no transporting.
I did like that it was like a little bit of world building where this thing it's spring break / kind of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, World
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah. I wish they
All
said what it
World Day.
was.
All World's Day. Yeah.
All World's Day.
Like even just like it's not a thing. It's just it's a break, and we call it all worlds because
Yeah.
we want everybody to be
I-
included.
Something,
So I only
yeah.
caught this in the second watch. Why I started thinking it was Thanksgiving, basically.
Yeah,
is
'cause
she
the-
mentioned
Going
Jennifer
to
mentioned,
family.
Oh, my dad likes cooking a big thing and carving something, and I
Yeah.
went, oh,
Yeah.
it's Thanksgiving. Like,
Which kind of makes sense because every world would have their own thing. They can maybe
Yeah.
picked one that isn't any specific day for anybody,
Yeah.
and then
can't-
made it
we
that.
can't give everyone off their harvest feast. You don't all
Yeah.
harvest at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But we can.
In fact,
have a
not all of
meteor
these worlds
shower
are
all at the
harvesting
same time.
anymore.
Yeah,
You're right.
that's fair. You've
That
had World War III put an end to harvesting for a while, so
Yeah,
Thanks, Vulcans. I presume.
But Janeway did grow up on a farm, so at least they did have
That's
farms
true.
at some point.
I,
Oh, that's where we
I
first
mean-
met a Klingon on Earth too, right?
there
On a farm.
was
Yeah,
yeah.
moment-
Klingons
right.
love corn. We found that out, but
There was a moment when they said like Caleb was gonna stay behind, and Jet. She was like, "Oh, Jet will be like checking in on you," and I was like, "Are they doing the holdovers?" But Paul Giamatti's not in this episode, and then I was like, "Oh no, they're not. She's not."
subtle
really checking in with
nod,
Jet,
maybe.
no.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I did love that there was Tig made a very disparaging comment about Duluth, and I thought that was hilarious as a Minnesotan.
Yeah.
You don't want to go there. And actually, no, Duluth's
Are you
actually
sure?
very
Can
beautiful.
I change your
Not-
mind or something like
Yeah.
that?
Not in the winter. Duluth's beautiful, but
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
luckily spring's fine.
Yeah, I'm just like, and I love that she's like, "Can I change your mind? Is
Yeah.
this
She's
where
like,
you want to take a
"Sorry."
vacation?"
It's like if a TSA agent was asking you that. Like, are you sure?
Yeah.
I can see somebody have done that. I'm sure that's happened.
Fair. I made a note that I appreciated that Sam's injury was lasting. Obviously, we
Yeah.
don't know if it's going to extend beyond this, but I appreciate that like there was that connectivity, and
Yeah.
it also made me interested to know the demographics of Denver if they have their own dedicated hollow spa.
Yeah. I wish we got something of that. Like even a quick
Yeah.
throwaway, like a transition between the A and the B plots with Sam.
Genesis
maybe
calling
the
Sam
Doctor-
or something.
Yeah, just like some kind of reset. I think you said it earlier. It was good that they didn't like this wasn't the hard reset of 90s Trek every week,
Yeah.
but they pulled some things over. I think they let a few things go a little too much. You know, Caleb's bit in the, or not bit, his arc in this episode, I think really grounds it. I wish that there was a little more of like he's wanting to let Tarima in. I was the only thing that I thought was missing from the last message was an acknowledgement of her concern. Because it's like, I know you're going to leave me after this, and then he has left her for a month. Like, as far as she knows,
Yeah.
she was right. And so he does say,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I liked that. I was hoping for just a little more of an acknowledgement of like, hey, this has nothing to do with what you can do. This was because of my shit that I'm realizing I should let you in on. It's a minor nitpick on that bit, but the rest of his stuff specifically was a standout in this episode.
Yeah, no, I agree that I was like, hey, acknowledge the fact she was like, this is over, and then you're like, no. They're like, the month wait was because I was processing my own trauma, and it's nothing to do with you, really.
He had that double whammy, Caleb. So I mean, he's
Yeah.
not acting good, but yeah, he really was vulnerable for the first time ever, and then at the same time, he's instantly reminded of all the trauma of growing up
Yeah.
psychically, and then another student dies. So I mean, that's not a good weekend, I suppose. But but the
do-
real
yeah, I was
the
gonna
real
say-
tragedy
Sorry.
we have to discuss. We didn't get to see Jaden in the Hawaiian shirt.
I'm
Yeah.
so
And
mad. I assume it's because they did.
I guess the fan art is probably
Yeah.
already out there if I go
I'm
look,
gonna
but
do that one. I think I might
yeah,
do.
get on it right after this. Yeah.
Yes. I assume it's because they didn't want to figure out what Jaden looks like under the clothes.
Well, just put it on over.
Yeah.
Just make a giant. I mean, very oversized. I'm sure you can buy
Seen
those.
a shirtless Klingon, right?
Once in Discovery
Yeah.
with
Laurel.
Laurel.
The plastic boob
giant
overlay.
Klingon titty fists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that for auction later, so you could see
Yeah.
it under normal lighting? Wow, that was something.
It was
fine in the
weird.
episode, but seeing it for auction was weird.
Put that at a Planet Hollywood.
Yeah. If only. If I was
Bring
rich,
back
it
the
could
Star
be
Trek
behind me
sites.
and it should be censored, but no.
My favorite thing is there's like
Thankfully
only like 2 Planet Hollywoods left, and one of them is like on Disney property.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, we were
really
joking
appreciate
when we were watching. It's like he doesn't want to go to Ibiza. He wants to go to Fire Island because it sounds more Klingon.
Yeah.
That
Ibiza could be cold. Fire Island warm. So.
That would have been hilarious. It was like, I suggested Fire Island.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
kind of wrote itself. That's why I was like, why
Okay.
didn't they do that?
And
Kyle could be like, Hawaii has volcanoes. We could
So
go
I
there."
was taking Kyle kissing him on the cheek as like they're a couple. Is
Oh,
that-
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to Ibiza. Come
They're
on.
going
was
to Ibiza.
cute.
Yeah.
It was cute. I still think he should have gone with him. It should give him a big opportunity for development and
Yeah, because
mourning
Jaden could be
Bobby.
mad that Kyle came with. He's like, no, I'm doing this. And Kyle,
Yeah.
it would have been
Yeah.
a good thing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can see Kyle.
I-
Jaden could go in, and then like half a beat later, you see Kyle go around the corner and follow him in or something.
Hey,
Yeah.
babe,
Get this
hey,
like,
babe, what you
know,
doing?
Yeah,
Like,
like where are you going? Where
I'm
are
glad
we?
that I'm glad that they didn't touch on it afterward because it could have been like a where the hell have you been like that would not have been satisfying that
Yeah.
Kyle is
Yeah.
still the chill like
yeah.
while I wanted a scene of them being like, hey, I don't like that we're here, we had plans, whatever, ham fisting it towards the end would have been like
Yeah.
it would have had the opposite effect. So I'm glad that it was just like, hey, I'm glad you're back, and hey, I got sunburned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of
Yeah.
The same thing
If-
as with Sam. We
RC, you're a little low now.
Oh, okay. How
Um,
about now? Can you hear me now?
Better,
Any
but still
better?
low.
yeah.
Better.
But still low is the.
Still low?
Yeah. I think this is better.
Okay. I was just saying
Yeah.
we could have done the same thing as we were saying about with Sam with having just like a call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first worry halfway through the episode. Was like, can he call Kyle? Can he
Yeah, if
internet
Yeah.
email him?
If
I
he
mean,
walks through with a pad, that could have worked too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
It could be
I
weird
do-
just to like suddenly he's gone. You know, it's like he's
Yeah.
gonna have to like. I would hope he found out what happened and not just thought that he took
Yeah.
off on him.
And I do like because Kyle is pretty chill and also is like, hey, I thought Darren was getting kidnapped, so I followed. They'd be like, yes, a Starfleet / War College cadets, that is the correct course of action.
Right.
yeah.
Also, Jaden was definitely like felt like he was about to do some violence if he had to.
I loved that.
Oh yeah.
I love, yeah.
See, that'd be great if Kyle
Yeah.
was there because he could turn to Kyle and say, "Today is a good day for me to die, not you," and then go and do it. It would be-
I do like establishing that, like, while Jaden's a pacifist, like, he was like, if his friends are in danger, if someone's like in danger,
Oh, he'll
he
throw
will
down.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll say he's I was gonna say he's non-violent, not a pacifist, but that's not quite the
Yeah.
right way to say it.
I know we've talked about this, but also everyone's out, like, Jaden and Darren's like wedding outfits are also fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Made out of wet coral or kelp. or
Wet coral
something.
threads.
It's like-
Ow.
Yeah.
Cold.
That
Trevor
sounds
mentioned
It
this
looks
earlier.
good.
I feel like I agree with Trevor. He said that feels like something out of Kareem's closet. He's like, "Oh no, I got this. I got this one."
I've been appreciating their dynamic though.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if this was discussed in a previous episode. Like I thought for a moment it was going to go romantic, but I feel like it's just really good friendship. Although
Yeah.
I am willing to put an asterisk on that depending on how things with Kyle go.
Yeah.
If Kyle suddenly becomes an asshole.
Here's the thing: Jaden comes from a triad house, and
Yep.
he has two. He has
true.
two.
Unlike most people in Starfleet Academy.
It's the 32nd century. You know,
Hey, speaking
be
of,
more
like, I
open.
was worried they were
I'm
going
not
a
saying-
love triangle. I was worried for
No, I
a
know.
moment they were going romance with Caleb and Genesis this episode,
Me too.
and I was
Same.
like, I don't. At
Yeah, I
the
was
beginning
like,
of this season, I would have been like chill with that, but at this point, I was like, no, don't do that to Tarima. She's already been through enough fucking shit.
but is semi-realistic for kids, people that
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
happens a lot.
but-
Like you go away for spring break and come back and somebody's broken up or they're together and you're like, what the hell just happened?
It did feel very real though. Is like, you're kind of hot. Like we're here alone. No, but Genesis is a girl's girl.
yeah.
Like she recognizes hot when hot's right in front of her.
Mhm.
Like I've had that moment, like actually fairly recently. I was with a friend of mine. We almost kissed, and I was like, no, you're allowed to do that with your boyfriend, but I'm not looking to do that with a semi-open. Like, no, I wanted to, but no. Like, so like it's very real.
Yeah.
And like two hotties in college. I'm glad that it was cool that they had the moment. It like
Mhm.
showed some real dynamic between them.
Yeah.
But then them like, no, we're not going to do that. Call your girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's a girl's girl. It was great.
Also, like, kept thinking when they show him in the atrium, it's like, I see you managed to get your shirt off like, from like Galaxy Quest.
Quest.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. He was very
I will-
exposed.
I will say, I
With
love-
cucumbers too, not
his-
not even just exposed, but he went to the trouble of replicating cucumbers.
I
Gotta love him.
loved his dynamic with Nala at the beginning of the episode where they're like fighting, and then
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, "Let me help you pack." Like,
Well, I like the idea that future luggage is still a nightmare.
Yeah.
right?
And
I
I
like
figured
what-
out what
yeah.
the
I
thing
assume
she's
that
holding
suitcase
was,
is
too.
like centuries old too.
Yeah.
Yes. I wish it like it would have been it. Maybe it was
That
too
would've been-
cute, but like if it had shrunk or something. I liked the gag though. I liked
Yeah.
the like.
Yeah.
It worked.
You have 4 pairs.
Why
of
do you have
boots
4
on
shirts?
and You don't wear shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gold.
That
Have
was-
we ever
that was
seen
fantastic.
luggage in Star Trek?
Yes.
Yes.
Lashana definitely had it.
Not
cylinder.
the
Oh, right.
really
Yeah.
the kind that looks like our luggage that
Yeah,
much,
that's more what I meant.
but
She had.
Mhm.
lots
Her
of
Royal
bags.
Highness's matched luggage. That would have been great.
Yeah.
She went with a whole set.
And it was another scene of him standing next to Holly Hunter, and I was like, "That's just the size difference," and she's in charge is so funny to me.
When Genesis and Aki are next to each other, she's only like 4 inches over.
That was the thing that she had in her suitcase. It's a giant sweater shaver. Basically.
I have a small one of those too. I was like, oh, my girl hates the little scragglies on her
Lint
clothes,
balls
too.
are no good.
Lip balls on
Sensory
Starfleet
issues.
uniforms are a no-go.
But I also
I'm beating
liked
Jorg to it.
her comments about New Spraka. She's like, never tell a sociopath personal information.
Yes.
Just trust me
Thank
on
you.
this one, Caleb.
Yeah.
It doesn't go well.
Did you ask Goebbels about my mom? It's like, don't do that. No. No. Not
Besides,
gonna help.
we need the big. I do not get screeners. My theory is she's actually in charge.
I think that's where they're going.
I was
We
gonna-
have
And I've said
an
this for
actress
weeks.
like that.
Oh.
I called it
Tatiana?
weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm putting a stake down in it.
My money's with Stan's theory.
Yeah, I think we had said that early on too. Yeah, it's possible.
Relating to Nala's statement about like don't tell a psychopath personal information and how that connects to what happened to her in the previous episode, I also drew a connection with what she later said to Caleb and Genesis about like some people don't, they gave you a target about like what's wrong with yourself. Like some people don't get that until it's too late. And I wondered if that was like a personal reflection.
Mm. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's why I wanted a little more exploration on that, because I really like Genesis. I think she's one of my favorite cadets.
Mhm.
She's not like, she comes off as like the perfect cadet, but she's really not, and we see more of those
Yeah.
cracks in this
Yeah.
episode. And so for the reveal to be like, it is significant that she fucked with her recommendation letter at all. Like that's out of character for her. But that the thing that she had to redact or whatever was, sometimes Genesis is afraid. Like, I mean, everybody's afraid. Like I
Yeah.
wanted it to either
Yeah.
be a juicier, like, here's something she could work on in my recommendation letter, because that's actually a good thing to include in recommendation letters. A lot of institutions look for that kind of
Yeah.
information.
I would say especially for
was also-
like a student recommendation letter.
Yeah.
She's young.
When it's like the point is we're setting them there to learn, not sending like as opposed to like when you're going to doing a job.
Yeah.
It's like her esteem was, it's just like she doesn't believe she should be there,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Which
so it's like that's
shouldn't-
important to know.
Yeah, shouldn't have Aki have moved to, this is something we can work on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But instead, she was just kind of like, isn't it? Maybe it's better. This came out now.
Yeah. So
It's
I kind of
immovable.
wanted it
You
to
can't do
either
anything
be-
about it. I'm just like, what?
Either be a juicier secret or explore this a little more, because that moment with her and Ake was really good. And she's like,
Yeah.
I am not going to move you forward in the pre-command track yet
Yeah.
because of what you did. Consequences, something new for her. But let's explore this. Like there could have been a little bit more. And like this was a shorter episode. I mean, it was 55 minutes, but like shorter for
Yeah.
Academy.
Yeah.
So like they had a good most of the episodes have been about an hour, so they had a
Yeah.
good 5 minutes for these 2 additional scenes that I'm asking for. Just a little
I did
more.
like that their
I did-
interaction at the beginning of the show, and then kind of balance that to at the end, where she's like, "Oh, don't ever tell anybody. Like, don't ask if something's wrong. You'll give them the opportunity to say." There's a little bit of that
Yeah.
whole. It's like taking her under her wing, sort of a feeling,
Mhm.
which I liked.
I also this is how I feel about Academy as a whole. I like that it make it clear that like that all the instructors care and like the students, even if they're keeping for the most part a professional boundary with them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or busting them like Tig was.
Yeah.
She wasn't. She's
Tig
like, yeah,
was
you're
a
in the
great
deepest.
Thought
of
I left
shit,
my
but-
pad
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can we just say that
no,
the Laura
just a couple
Thok-
of cadets that are
Yeah.
deepest of shit.
Yeah.
Laura Thok, through only voice, still commands the room.
So
Oh my
good.
god, that was so good.
And I like that you couldn't hear her 100%. She was
Yeah.
No,
it was like,
even the subtitles would sometimes go out and
Yeah.
come back and then be
Oh,
like,
but
It even could, yeah, halfway through, I was like, I'm not even sure. Like, is she worried she's gonna die from this stubbing her toe? Like,
because she doesn't really
like
know.
maybe.
Because like I assume either of her, species she's from, they don't worry about stubbing their toe
Yeah.
or something. So the fact
should've
that a
went into
human is
medicine,
like,
like,
well,
Tig-
it's a
Tig
human.
usually.
Tig's a human. Maybe she'll die. She doesn't know.
Treats her like tissue paper.
yeah.
They're
So
very,
she kind of is. I've done
humans
the
are
same
very
thing.
delicate.
I want to go back to what you were saying before, though, Joel, that I do feel
Mhm.
like what Ake said was like not a statement of being driven by fear and anxiety. I don't think that Ake was saying like this is an immutable thing about yourself. I think Ake was saying like they gave you a target. This is something you can work on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
just not
Hopefully,
under
but
the command track right
yeah.
It's just she's also acknowledging that these people were right.
Yeah.
Which
Those are some intense recommendation letters too.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, like, who writes? That's not a recommendation. That's like that's an asterisk.
Yeah.
It's like you don't just go shopping around for nice ones and then just keep those to yourself.
Yeah,
apparently,
exactly.
So I always told people that I managed, because I've managed larger programs
Yeah.
where like
Mhm.
after an election, it's like, hey, can I get a recommendation letter? My thing was always, I have had I've had teams as small as 2 and as large as like 30 with a couple of different levels and more. So I'd be like, I can't write 30. My philosophy is you write the recommendation letter for yourself, send it to me first. I will put it in my voice.
yeah.
That's
Mm.
Mhm.
that's always the better call. Like write what you need it to be, and then I will put it in my voice.
And that's the
assuming I
problem. That's
agree
what
with-
Genesis did.
Yeah.
And oh my God, she's got. Yeah.
Well, she did.
She didn't ask for permission to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Please
didn't.
don't let me in. I don't approve of myself.
There's also a line she had something about all to the one that both times I watched it, I was like, I'm not positive what Genesis is saying here.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Okay,
Which part?
She said something about all to one, and like both times I can't remember
Where?
it exactly. 'Cause the
When?
line literally made no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, what was the
That
was-
context?
It was during the like I'm driven by fear moment.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try and bring up Paramount. I only got to watch this.
Oh, I think what it
twice.
meant was they were all the same, is what it went to. I don't remember the exact line,
Oh.
but she meant every single one went to the same point.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
she
I know
was
which
driven
one-
by
which
fear
one
and
you're talking
doubted
about.
herself.
I
I think it
read-
was an awkward phrase,
The
but
second time, like watching it, I was like, I've got to bring this up just so I can see if anyone else understood what the fuck she's saying.
It's like, is this Gen Z slang that they're throwing?
Yeah.
those kids in their
I
recommendation
assumed it was military,
letters.
actually.
Oh.
Except I would get it then, RC.
I that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
right.
Rachel. Wasn't
Bye,
calling
bye,
you
bye.
out. I was saying
Yeah.
that clearly I'm wrong.
You were supposed to rescue us from weird words, but
I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I'm a military brat who was immediately like, absolutely not. I will not be doing that.
well, it's not
Do you think we'll-
uncommon.
Do you think we'll get to meet Dadmiral?
I love that the word Dadmiral is
Yes,
now
we
canon.
forgot to bring
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
The word is in Trek.
Although it's funny that in the captions, like when I read it as one word. In the captions, it was like hyphenated.
Yeah,
Mm.
I saw that.
I hope in season 2 we get like a parents' night.
Oh,
Oh, that'd
Yes.
be interesting. But did
But
they do
yeah,
that
the
in
kids
Star
are
And
the
Wars?
then-
B plot,
and
and
then,
the parents are the A. That'd be great.
oh my God! Since it's gonna be Caleb by himself.
Well, no, I was gonna say is
don't
Noose
know.
Noose Brock gonna show up and
The
perfect time for him to
graduation
show up
would
and
have
cause
that.
some chaos.
I don't think I've ever heard of like family coming in like in the middle of school, like in
Um,
college.
There could be
At
in a
least not where we
special
were.
dinner. There's
It
100
could be.
things
Yeah,
they
no,
could do.
they could do anything they want because it's
The
End of the year award
sophomore
ceremony.
parents' soiree.
yeah.
I remember.
It's all Frontier Day, spring break-ish
My
dinner.
oldest
Yeah.
brother's school definitely had a parents' night or like a parents' week that my mom was like, but he's gonna be the only one without a parent there, so I'm gonna fly from Japan to Texas. And then discovered like half the people's parents weren't there, so she never bothered with that with my brother and me.
Well, see,
Which is
or there could be
fine.
like the war college
Yeah.
and the academy could compete to sell the most cookies or something, and then the parents could come and
Oh, maybe
Writes
if
itself.
they bring the game. What was the game they were playing back?
Calico.
Calica.
Calico. If they have like a big Calico,
Calico? Yeah,
like
one of the
Are
two.
you doing Calto?
Calico, I believe, is an old game system.
oh,
And a cat.
and
Yes.
a cat.
Yeah.
You mean
Anyways,
Kaliko?
If they have
I
a
am thinking
homecoming
Kaliko. You're right.
equivalent, if they have a homecoming equivalent, everyone comes to the big game.
It just comes in a big circle.
There you go.
No, you meant
They already
this.
have mascots, so they're halfway there.
Mm-hmm.
You pay for those mascot costumes. You got to use those in
Yeah,
more
you
than
gotta
one
Yeah,
episode.
do they have a? Yeah, if they had a game, they could get
Well,
parents can come
they're on
out
a
too.
league or whatever, aren't they? Or on a team?
Yeah.
Presumably there's
I
a
thought-
league.
I thought
Can't just
they
be the
would
two
have a
schools,
whole-
right?
I mean,
The intergalactic champions. It's the only two
Oh,
schools that play it.
Make
God,
them
I've
play
never
Preci
remembered
squares, so we can actually see
Yeah.
it.
I tried to remember the exact quote. There's like a Parks and Rec thing where they're like, the government's come back from being shut down, and they can only. He's like, apparently in Indiana they will like revolt if you don't throw a basketball like league. And she was like, we can only afford 2 teams. He's like, they're gonna have an amazing rivalry.
Did anyone feel like Jaden forgave Darum a little too easily?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know if we covered that before I joined in. So.
I can definitely see that.
And then until the
But they
end, and
didn't
then he
ham
started
fist,
being a
like-
dick again, and then he just kind of
Yeah.
left.
That's why-
Oh, never mind.
That's why I said the one of the reasons why I said Darum's growth was non-existent in this episode. His growth was from other episodes stated in this one, and there were opportunities for him, including an apology. Be like, "Hey, what I said before was out of line.
Mhm.
You literally saved your entire culture.
Yeah.
I'm sorry."
Also, it's
But his,
interesting.
his
thinking that he
culture is so
always-
oppressive. He doesn't get to be a huge asshole all the time. But luckily, at Starfleet Academy, he's free.
Well, and there's the whole thing. It's like he's doing everything for everybody else, but it also feels like he did this for everybody else too. It's like, okay, sure. If you want me to, I'll abdicate and go back and do this thing.
I like
I
the
know
idea
that
if he
wasn't
just
exactly
stayed
it,
if he
but-
was just a king in Starfleet.
I thought for a
Interesting.
second that she could be like, we can get married and you can go be in Starfleet. But
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
that she's a queen, I don't think they gave her another title, right?
They just said
No,
ruler, I think.
Royalty.
did-
Royal, but they
oh,
didn't really.
I forgot. I made this joke while we were watching it when she was like, "You go abdicate. I'm going to be the first woman who rules by myself." And I went, "This is the plot of The Princess Diaries 2: The Royal Engagement."
Yeah,
Like,
kind of is.
Aren't all the best
Opportunities.
things?
yeah,
I also like this is my own soapbox, but
Mhm.
he's pansexual.
yeah,
We know that from
Yeah.
episode 3, etc., and other things that I have just inferred. But episode 3, he does clearly state that he was seeing somebody that his parents did not approve of. Oh, and I banged his sister
Yep.
and his cousin. So he is pansexual. Whatever, Trevor.
They had that
it's-
thing. It's like at the end, when they were taking off, it's like say hello to your sister. Say hello to your sister.
Yeah.
Say hello to your
Yeah,
sister.
that's what,
Like
I took that as a callback to the.
Yeah.
I almost like and this. Nothing about the wedding ceremony made me think that. Before this, I was like, "This Kionian, like, is it like a little more not monogamous?" And I was like, "Well, they're having a sealing ceremony or a wedding ceremony, so maybe not."
I'll say they're not quite. Shoot, what was Phlox?
Denobulan.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
quite Denobulan, but they're not quite 20th century humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna, and I don't mean this as like an insult to this actress because I think that's probably on purpose. Her accent did very much reminded me of when you're in a Christmas movie, you're like, you're royalty of made up European country.
Grand
Yeah,
delusion.
kinda.
Yeah.
If you need a moment, please take a moment. What?
Well, she sounded a lot.
They
like
should have gone
the-
full Moira. Full Moira Rose.
Okay. To me, she sounded a lot like Vanessa Hudgens in the Princess Switch movies.
Yes.
Like the character, like the
Uh-huh.
one that's like the royalty one. The
Yep.
accent she does for that is like that accent.
And she kind of looks like. I mean, she's got
And
that
she
kind of
looks
bearing.
a little bit like Vanessa
Yeah.
Hudgens.
Did anybody think that like her friend was going to have some sort of bigger role
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
she
they
was
set
sort of
it up to either be
okay.
a
I
go
thought-
at it with Jaden or.
At the beginning, I
Something.
thought that friend was gonna. They
Yeah.
were going to reveal that they were a couple, and this was all like, "Oh yeah, we're peers
Oh.
for each other. It's fine."
The hand holding was, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can hold your friend's hands. I'm not saying it means this, but
But they did a lot of like
I thought it
lingering
was
with
letting-
camera angles on
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that, where you're like, are you trying to say something or no?
I-
Or, okay.
No, I definitely thought it was going to be like, we're also like a thing.
yeah, like thank God you don't want this marriage. I'm going with her or
Yeah.
something like that. But
Also, how far can this little singularity thing go? I wonder. Like, obviously, Keone is not anywhere near Earth.
yeah, I know they introduced another overpowered transportation thing. 32nd
They
century.
used for
During the
weddings?
burn.
Fine. Like,
It looked very TVA, I thought, because it was the same
Yeah,
orange
yeah.
color.
well, we also have the trajector from Voyager / Picard. We have
Yep,
the
the board
Iconian
one.
gateways.
Were they also implying that you can't transport to Kionia because it's underwater?
Which is
I don't
weird,
think
'cause-
so.
Like,
It's
there
just
was,
you
like,
don't want to take
something-
your regular guests there because they'll.
Yeah, he was
drown.
like, "This isn't underwater.
sure there's
which is why
some
you can
land, not
transport
much.
here." And I was like, maybe he's saying that's why you
Oh.
could transport here because you can't breathe
Yeah.
underwater.
I took
know,
it because
that
it was so
actually-
far away.
Yeah.
It makes it even crazier that Jaden jumped through, because knowing that his friend can survive in atmospheres he
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Friend, go. That's all he's
he
gonna
didn't
do.
think about it very much.
Nope.
And I don't know that he knew the other people kidnapping him were other Kionians.
Yeah, he had no idea
Like-
because
You could also have like a relay system where it's like beams, like,
Mm.
because it did stay open for quite a while. It seemed like there was longer than necessary, maybe.
Hi, Jason.
Hey.
hello.
And that's my cue to leave. Again. Jason, I swear it has nothing to do with you.
Oh, I have no doubt.
It's Jason gets off work right as you have to go do the prep for the salon. It's like, this is what this is.
I threw the link for the salon and put it on
Thank
screen.
you very much.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Hope
I
to
didn't-
see y'all there.
Salon
in the
is
chat.
the most
that's
excellent
good.
of shows.
Bye,
It is.
everybody.
It's a
Thanks for
great
having
show.
me.
Bye,
You
Stan.
should over there.
I wanted to say real quick that I've been enjoying.
So far, I can still hear everybody. I think.
Okay, good.
Am I coming through?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There
usually
was a bit of a
sometimes when a
delay.
person drops, like
Yeah.
it'll like my browser will be like, "Hey."
No,
Oh,
listen,
gotcha.
only talk. Yeah, yeah.
But I was gonna say that I'm really enjoying that through Jaden we're getting this continual, like every episode at least a little bit, like a reformation of like what Klingon honor is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because it should vary, as we've seen it vary heavily,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as it would with the giant population.
Yeah.
Because some of it is just lip service, because they just care about power and victory.
Yeah.
Others, it's their whole life. Yeah.
Just like real people have, like, very
Yeah.
across the
Yes.
globe. Like,
Mhm.
gee,
Yes.
crazy idea.
Definitely.
I did like that we still get the Talaxian furfly thing in the background. It's like,
It is a
specialist
grand,
prep, your Talaxian
grand.
furfly.
Do you think?
I love ongoing jokes. I love them.
Do you think Stephen Colbert thinks that's the main plot of all the episodes? Because as far as he knows, when he comes,
He gets the scripts, but he just like fur fly. There we
Yeah.
go. Highlight
Yeah.
the fur fly. And then he asks about the fur fly's motivation because he's, consummate actor. And yeah, that's what I believe.
I think the only time we've seen the Talaxian furfly is when like Neelix had that like the stuffed version of that he kept in his ship. That's like
Yeah,
good
I think
luck.
so.
Yeah.
That's where I
and
assumed it was from.
attacking someone this episode, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's getting aggro. He's
Yeah.
getting
Specialist
to be a
Kreb,
big
your
boy.
Talaxian furfly
Yeah.
is attacking a lab technician. Please go.
Yeah.
I wonder what Professor Dax did for All World Today.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Deep
trying to
Space
think of-
Nine.
Helpful to know what all
If it's
Worlds
there,
Day is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is DS9 still there? Did it not?
Who
I would assume
knows?
if it was
Yeah.
around, it exploded in the burn. Oh wait, it's not warp capable. Never mind.
No.
Well, there might have still been
Ah.
dilithium on it.
Hey,
Double
Jason's
Jason.
joined us.
Yeah, it's a double Jason.
Let me
I think
remove-
my
let me
browser's
remove
doing
fake
weird
faces.
stuff tonight.
Okay, because
I-
I'm seeing double enough in my life, so jeez.
That's fair.
Well, it was a transporter accident. The other Jason was,
Oh.
Ah,
Did we kill him? Oh,
God,
no.
did Rachel just
Did
kneel
we
it? Just,
strand him
Did
on
you
some other
Tuvix him?
show?
Did Rachel just
We'll have to come back in
I'm
7
not-
years.
I'm not
So-
Jason Michael Bray. I'm Michael Bray. I took my
Yeah,
middle
that's
name.
the joke I was gonna make. I was like, I tripped Michael
It's
Bray off.
That's a
It was
transporter
so helpful
duplicate.
that I knew your middle name for this joke.
Rachel killed a guy in this episode. It's crazy.
No, she only kills celebrities. Shh.
I would do it again. I don't know
Oh,
if
no.
everyone knows that joke, but RC definitely does. I have a habit of talking about celebrities, not about the idea that they're going to pass away, and then the next day they do. So I need to be careful.
With great power.
Yeah.
And aren't we all celebrities on some scales? So eventually Rachel will
Oh,
get us all.
don't say that. Now you're in danger.
You killed Jessica Angela Lansbury.
Yeah, that's
So
accurate.
mean.
It was. She was old. It's fine. She had a good life.
I know, but
Jeez.
we have
I'm
suggestions.
sure she
for
felt
other-
like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, Star Trek.
Anyway, Star Trek. Actually, Jason.
That's
what
gonna be
what
our
did
new
you-
podcast name. Anyway, Star
yeah,
Trek.
Yeah.
I
Anyways,
guess.
back to the
It'll
plot.
be. I guess.
Jason, what did you think of the episode? Well, we.
I believe Jason is frozen. I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never
No,
mind. He's
no.
back.
It's like I'm not hearing Rachel. So like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
We
No,
hear
Rachel's funny
Rachel.
here.
Okay, everyone else is
I'm
hearing
here-
me, right?
I'm hearing everybody else
Yeah.
right now.
Episode 2 that we've had weird audio issues.
So I think it froze me
Yeah.
again. Was it when it popped me in and out? The transporter duplicate thing made me not
Father is
not
in
able to hear
Orlando.
Rachel.
I don't.
Hey,
Everyone
Father.
else can hear me besides Jason, right?
Yeah. No, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Yeah, everybody else probably can. This just randomly happens when somebody pops out during the live when I'm doing it. I might have to pop back out again,
Yeah.
try to pop back in and see if that changes it. And all you, I swear we're not gonna get a transporter duplicate again. So if you see me double
We'll
again,
see.
You shouldn't use so much dilithium in your setup because it post burn it just doesn't
Yeah.
work the same.
If
it's just much harder.
Pre burn shows it works fine, but yeah, but oh man.
I try to think of like anything else we're missing from the episode.
Okay, we talked about Jaden not wearing a
Yeah.
Hawaiian shirt, the most important thing.
Yeah.
I liked that song at the end, but
Oh, yeah,
it
that was pretty good.
The intro was so long. I was like, I'm gonna add this. I swear to God, I said I'm gonna add this to my running
You did.
playlist, and right after that lyric started, I went, oh no, it does
Yeah,
have
yeah.
lyrics.
I forgot to go back and check who it was by, but
Oh, I looked it up. It's by Fink, who I'm
Okay.
not familiar with.
I wasn't either. But I was like, I felt I should look it
And
up because it was.
specifically said like the I forget the name of the song, and they went Detroit session. So I assume it's like a live or acoustic
okay.
recording of a song.
I do like that. What
Very
is it?
good.
The line Starfleet still does threats, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That was interesting.
yeah.
He hasn't been to that class yet, so
Threats 201,
What-
of course.
the whole
Yeah.
pre-command thing threw me for a loop too. It's just like, yeah, just do this graduate level work in command while you're an undergrad. Why?
See,
Honors.
that worked
I
for
don't know.
me. I would like this is more of a high school analogy I'm going to use. To me,
High school it would work, but
I thought of it as like a AP class, or you're in college. Think of it as an internship.
I was gonna say it's an unpaid internship.
Yeah, everything's unpaid. There's no money.
You know, that's what I heard. I keep hearing about Latinum though.
Yeah,
Someone's got money.
someone's got money. Where are the Ferengi? There are Ferengis in the show.
yes,
Yeah, we have-
they're there.
Interesting looking Ferengis, but they're I guess still Ferengi.
The Umox got rough post burn, so their ears look weird.
Are people still playing Dabo?
No, they look
We
like
gotta
that in Discovery too before they got to the future. I
This
think.
is true.
I know, but my joke
I-
doesn't work then, so
No, yeah, sorry.
I ignore that.
There's because I think there's been a change in makeup in general and prosthetics to like make it easier to take on and off.
Yeah.
True, but that changes just aesthetic. Because if that was
Yeah.
silicone or latex, you could do it with either.
Yeah, I'm curious how long it takes for like the different characters to get their
I-
makeup, I guess
Oh,
particularly
it
Jaden.
was interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't think about this to stand. I also kind of assumed the cheek kiss instead of like kiss on the lips was because it's probably hard to kiss in the prosthetic makeup for
Yeah.
the actor.
I
playing
did hear
Logan.
they cut Jaden's the prosthetics. They managed to make lighter by the end of the season. So what
Oh.
we're in now,
Nice.
Oh.
because and so he has much more facial movement than the first few episodes.
Because there's a couple episodes I noticed, and this is not on the actor.
I'm not
but I
sure
was-
if that affects his voice because his
Yeah.
voice is so much better. And emotive than
He's
it
finding his character.
Well, it
starting.
could be
It was
a
so
thing where if he's uncomfortable, he's gonna be harder.
well, sure.
But, like,
It's yeah.
um,
I don't know how Armin ever did any of that with
yeah.
the prosthetics and teeth,
Mhm.
but
Okay, Michael,
Dedication.
Jason, why?
Yeah.
Like, are you?
Yeah, I get to hear you now. Like the
What did you think of the episode before you?
okay,
are
so,
caught in something again.
yeah,
before
so
you're
this-
kidnapped for your wedding.
No, I actually appreciated that it was kind of like it felt like a bit of a filler episode, but like in a good way. Like it was one of those situations where I was kind of worried that because again with the number of episodes we have left, that it would be like, okay, how are they going to handle stuff that's going on that just happened? While and it is I think the wedding part of everything I really got more into than the other part because just the idea of like World Day happening like after everything that just happened is weird. So like one of those things of like how much time has passed between
About a
when it's occurred because we know like
I
Tarim was
mean-
We
back
figured out it
on
was,
like Beta Z and
It's
stuff.
fall, right? When
Yeah.
It's been 30
Okay,
days and
I'm gonna say-
1 month and 2 days since the
Yeah.
Miyazaki.
Miyazaki.
The U.S. has elections in early November and it still has Thanksgiving. That does not strike me as odd at all. That like holidays still happen even if like if holidays
Tragedy
aren't
happens
big.
like
Yeah.
elections.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I,
I mean,
just
they
wonder
had
if
a
some people
tragedy
like
on-
after that,
on-
like just kind of like didn't come back to Starfleet Academy after that, or it's like, oh, this is a good chance for me to like
We'll
dip
see.
out of here.
That one person
Girl.
who's clearly
Yeah.
having
Yeah,
I could see that going either way. Her like I'm learning to deal, or her being like I've decided this is not for me.
I think
well, I've
Pickford
heard
will be
that,
back
like,
and
she
save the day.
could be like a Barclay or like a Tilly, like that they might come back to where she is actually more competent than what they're
Mhm.
portraying her as like a comedy
Yeah.
like relief character of I swallowed my badge.
I think she has
like-
an arc. We haven't
Yeah.
seen it all.
Because she's also the one that like runs away in that second episode, right?
No, that's
Is
a
that a
different
different
person.
that was somebody
That's a
else.
different
Like
person.
I can always tell it's a runner, but it was somebody else. Yeah,
That
Yeah.
yeah, we hadn't really seen that person, and they didn't come back as far as
they just kept running.
Okay, so she just kept running. She ran into the
Forrest
San Francisco-
Gumping it all the way. Yeah.
She ran into the San Francisco Bay.
Yeah,
She's going to New York at this point. She's just like crazy gym instructors.
She ran
I
into
was
the
telling
warp
so-
slug, and now she's back in time. Like,
I was telling somebody's like I was talking with my doctor. It's like he's done surgery, open heart surgery, but like the first time he was in medical school, he got faint from like
Yeah.
seeing an open.
When
wound.
it's new, sure,
So-
I believe it.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't. She could grow up to be a fantastic officer, but
Yeah.
she also could find out this Starfleet's not for her too. So
Hmm.
I wouldn't feel bad or wouldn't feel unrealistic if she kept going.
Mhm.
Yeah. But Starfleet Academy should be a place where, someone helps
can
you deal
learn
with such
through
things.
that. That's
Exactly.
why.
Yeah.
Or
a lot of it, I
Possibly
think, is
be
on production
relegated.
too, because like even when we have people like, I mean, it's less so with Tilly, but with Barclay, it's just kind of like they were like, we really like him, so we're bringing him back.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And he's
how much
really
is that a
good at like
factor?
this narrow range of
Yeah.
engineering / science.
It's very like kind of autistic coded in that sense.
Yeah.
Listen, sometimes you're relegated to a fate worse than death as a junior science officer on the flagship.
Even if you're always punctual. Yes.
Yeah.
And then one day you save Voyager.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Yep.
I think he
It
was in
happens.
Voyager more, right, than he was in TNG.
If you
I think
look
so.
at it,
I
he
believe
was
so.
More
Yeah.
episodes of Voyager than TNG, which is wild.
Marina
I don't
Sirtis
know.
was in that a couple times too.
Yeah.
Not more than
believe-
TNG, though.
Not
No.
more. That would be insane. That would actually be insane.
Yeah.
How do we count his appearance in First Contact? Is that it's like a separate thing, or does that count as a TNG
Oh.
appearance?
I count that as a TNG.
Yeah.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
But he's also just kind of like appears
Well,
in the
Janeway was
background.
in Contact
Like-
too, right?
Yeah.
Janeway
Janeway's
was she
in
on like on a
Nemesis.
screen or something?
In
Picardo?
in Nemesis in a deleted scene, I believe, isn't it?
Oh, Nemesis. Okay.
Yeah.
I got that confused. You're right.
Is it deleted scene?
I thought it was. I could be wrong about things.
There are so.
I don't think
there
it's
are
deleted.
So many deleted
Okay.
scenes
No.
of Nemesis. There's a
There
better-
might be a deleted scene with more of her.
That
But
that
I
could
think
that's it.
she does appear
she does appear.
Okay.
in that
'Cause-
communication.
No, because I remember a friend who was in the middle of watching Voyager when Picard came out, and he said, "Will there be any spoilers for that?" And I said, "Is it a spoiler that Voyager doesn't end with them just lost in space?" And he went, "No." And I went, "Okay, Janeway's in there, like in in that movie."
Yeah, there's people who are like arguing of is she an admiral, a vice admiral?
Yeah.
Like, so she must have been in there because
Yeah,
Super
not
admiral.
everybody
she
sees.
definitely calls her
Yeah,
admiral.
super admiral.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not a deleted scene. Thank you. There
Okay.
are many deleted scenes.
It's a trouble. I usually watch the deleted scenes when I rewatch the movies, and then I get
it was
them.
like the library deleted scene. That was
Well, that one I know is because that one's kind of
dumb.
Even
Also
the stuff in,
imagine-
like Starfleet Academy that we're like
Library?
not seeing, it's like okay, like because we know already, because some of the actors have talked about stuff that like, and not in future episodes of things that have already happened. Especially if you follow people like, because Kareem
Yeah.
is like really
Oh.
big doing the social media thing. Like he's showing us
Also-
all kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Speaking of Kareem's social media, he made like a really cool post about playing like the first, because I think this is an episode that it's very clear
Yeah.
that Jaden is gay.
Yeah.
It's queer, and he made a really good post about that and how he like ran into George Takei at a play once and like sent him a
Oh.
message and a note that came back from Brian, George Takei's like partner, about that.
Aw.
It's
Yeah.
really sweet. I could not like go watch it, and like I'm never gonna like get across the like how good that like post was. So
It was a really good post. I was
Yeah.
actually surprised that because usually when you see posts like that, like unless like Kareem's like really on his social media game to be able to edit, like I know from like posting stuff that I have to like block people all the time, but like there wasn't really like a lot of hate in that post either. It was just generally like, yeah, good for you, good on you. I appreciate this in Star Trek. Like,
thank God.
Yeah.
I don't know that I talked about this in the stream. I made a pro Academy tweet that
Oh, yeah.
well, I posted a video multiple places, including Twitter. Good. Robert Ricardo retweeted it. Thank you. That meant trolls found it. And Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. Feeding
I-
frenzy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what they said because a lot of it used slurs. So,
It's the same 12 things. Yeah.
yeah. A
So
lot of
I
those
met him
slurs
at the-
started with an R, by the way, in case you're wondering what they were saying to me.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
I met him at the Rose Parade float construction
Mhm.
thing. So I was like, oh, I was one of the first people to meet the gay Klingon.
Yay.
well, it's also
he-
funny
he was
because
super
considering
nice.
like how different like Kareem is from Jaden. Because I showed like my dad like a picture of everything. And I was like, yeah, he's posting a lot of stuff to his social media. And I showed him another video of Kareem just kind of like talking about stuff. And he's like, that's the same guy. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He really worked
does
on
a
that
good
voice.
job.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. The first time I was like, oh, well, okay.
He was like super like oh cool, I get to sit in this chair, like all this because all this
No,
stuff
he
that
seems
he got
great.
to do. And
He seems
Yeah.
great.
Really nice. Do we know, is he
Yeah.
starting to do conventions? Or like has he been announced for anything?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, they sent him to the Rose Bowl thing. They already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That was
I
funny.
don't
It's like he
think
wanted
he's
to talk to us more than we were able to spend time to talk to him because we were actually doing the thing to get
Yeah.
it put
Yeah.
together.
I don't know if he's announced for STLV, but I'm betting most of them
Mhm.
will end up being at STLV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's one who's on the cruise starting tomorrow with Father and Miss Taylor.
Well,
but
I'm
there
not
are a
there.
number of
Yeah,
people.
I'm not there either, so that doesn't matter. to me.
Well, this is another tragedy I didn't want to bring up in front of
Yeah.
you, Rachel.
Are
But
you a hologram? Maybe
No, I'm here
you're
instead.
the emergency backup, Rachel.
I also
I heard the party's at the Radisson tonight, so all you
See,
cruisers.
Actually, if I could make a hologram
Cheers, but-
where, like, if I could remember what the hologram does, I would send the hologram to the cruise because the hologram wouldn't get seasick.
There you go.
You have to carefully deprogram that part if it's
Yeah.
copied from you.
Yeah.
Does
Decompile
not get
those
seasick.
algorithms and
Delete the
pull it out.
seasick. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Delete the motion
Don't save it to your
sickness.
holomatrix.
Get the
Please
the
let
thing
me-
flies up that Sam did.
Delete
and-
motion sickness. Please let me read in car. Jesus Christ.
Oh god, yeah.
Like,
just make sure you don't program it in taps where somebody can like hack it and then just be like
all the seasick. Like, tap, tap, tap.
No, do not do 12 holographic shots. Hologram.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
bad. You'll throw up glitter. Wait, that's the wrong. Never mind.
No. That could I also
That
take
sounds
out the
awful,
banana-
honestly.
Can I also take out the banana and avocado thing? That'd be great.
Nope,
Sure.
because that's now a Star Trek thing.
Yeah.
It's
It's
an allergy
just like
or not
Daryl.
enjoying them.
Oh no, I can't eat them, RC. Like I
Really?
don't
She's
She's
digest
not. She
them.
can't tell if she enjoys them.
I genuinely
I didn't know you couldn't have avocado.
Yeah. I recently discovered, like, this is a genetic thing because despite many doctors being like, hey, I can't eat these things, and they're like, weird. My mom mentioned it to my uncle, like her brother, who's a doctor. And apparently what you need is to mention it to a family member with access to medical, like, research because he'll actually be, like, curious.
Yeah, you can use PubMed for that. Probably,
Apparently, gluten helps it. Gluten can help it. So maybe
Yeah.
that's why I can eat banana bread. I was assumed whatever I couldn't digest was being cooked out.
but interesting.
And also, why my brother found he could drink beer and then sometimes have guacamole and not be in pain.
I say guacamole. You could have like
Yeah.
isn't tortillas? Do they have?
I don't know.
Gluten?
To be fair,
Maybe
like,
not.
the last time I had
There
a bunch
are
of,
flour tortillas. So.
Yeah.
the last time I had a bunch of guacamole, I had it with that, and then I haven't done it since because it was a severe amount of pain.
No, it's you don't want that. I get that from dairy.
It
but-
was.
It's good. It's not
Jill,
worth that.
It was the video I made about System Acclamation Mill, about how I thought it was a really good episode, one of the best episodes of Star Trek.
So that was
And-
what?
A couple weeks
2
ago.
weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Because that was episode 5, right? So yeah,
and-
it should be.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Eventually, I had to turn off. I had to like make it so like only people I follow can respond to
Yeah.
it. And then people started retweeting it and adding stuff. And one person was like, "Why can't I like respond to that?" And I was like, "Just because people like you. That's why."
I love that. It's like, why
There's a
can't I
couple
put
people
my horrible little comment?
Yeah.
That's just a variation of the other ones. Why?
There's a
Trevor,
couple people I follow who are like,
Trevor, I live in Texas. I can't eat avocados. It is horrible.
I
Or
it
cilantro,
kind of reminds
if
me
you
of like
The
like
amount
you're
of
just talking
time-
about episode 5, like in like
Yeah.
I kind of wonder, we sort of see it in Sam, and especially where we're seeing like the glitching with like the most recent episode.
Yeah.
But that kind of is something that happened. Like, how much in the future would they knowingly program like fault type things into a hologram? Because holograms are generally like, okay, they're programming this to be perfect, but like you mentioned, would they program a hologram that would have like an avocado like thing? Because holograms only have food, or just something that would be unique to holograms to try to make them feel more human or more like other stuff. As
Kinda like
far
how-
as like, hey,
Kind of like how current AIs are being told to say when they're speaking ones.
Yeah.
To feel more
Oh,
natural.
look, it's human. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to take us back, but I pulled up the Wikipedia page because I was
Yeah.
trying to look up one of the actors like spellings. I did
Oh, I
not
thought this was
realize.
going to be banana related. So go ahead.
Yeah.
No, sorry, this is not banana related. This
How
is
dare
anyway
you
Star
talk
Trek.
How dare you talk about Star Trek on our Star Trek
Yeah,
stream?
the way you
RC?
apologize to bring it
Yeah.
back on subject.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Again, this may have been discussed previously, but I did not realize that Lieutenant Ya was freaking Becky Quinn from WWE.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah,
yeah.
Oh, no, that was
Or,
in all
Becky
the previous.
Lynch, I mean.
Yeah.
yeah, Becky
Um,
Lynch, yeah.
And
She's
also
not been
that
in much yet.
only
Waiting
it looks
for
like the
more.
first 2 episodes. And also 3 of the dot robots were voiced by people from Dropout.
That I saw
Really?
randomly somewhere,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What the hell?"
I didn't know that right away, but yeah.
Yeah, it's Jeremy Culhane, who's also now on SNL, Brian David Gilbert, and Rekha Shakar.
huh?
Yeah, I totally did not.
Wait.
That's
Raina
Did not
Shakar's
catch it.
also on Smosh, right?
I know
I
her from
think so.
Dropout.
Yeah. The Smosh
saw them
dropout
at the-
comedian pool is very.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's not
intertwined.
overlap. I'm just saying
diagram.
I don't watch Smosh, so I don't really
Yeah.
can't speak to that. It's not. I will say
saw
it's
them
not on her
drop out
website when I pull it up. So we may be
Well, it's
confusing her for
kind of
someone
interesting
else.
that like where you get like the side people, the celebrities that do other things in Starfleet
Yeah.
Academy, because even with like Becky Lynch, like I saw like an interview with her and like Seth Rollins where they were talking about it, and they were basically like, oh, we haven't really watched Star Trek prior to this. We like watched like the movies, and that got us into it. So it did
This is
show that kind
crazier
of
to me
contingent
now.
of people that like saw the J.J. Abrams stuff and were like, hey, that's cool, and got into Star Trek
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah. She was at the blue carpet premiere, Becky Lynch.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
she
sick
was
as
pretty
hell.
delightful there. But she even had the newest belt she just won wrestling. It was pretty hilarious. But
Well, that's why I was
Like,
surprised.
did
'cause
not
she's,
have
like,
on the
a pretty
bridge.
big
She
deal
should have
for
been
the
wearing
WWE.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Well, I
She
think
should have
they're
been
doing a lot
wearing
of
her new
filling
belt on the Athena, but for some reason, I just replicated this
I know, because obviously
for
we
Galactic
know,
Meteor Day.
we know
Oh,
Paul
okay.
Giamatti had watched a lot of Star Trek. Obviously, do we know
Yes,
like what Holly Hunter's familiarity was?
I haven't watched as
haven't
many
heard
interviews
anything
recently with her.
specifically.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I just watched the Decon Chamber with Paul Giamatti. Oh, that was so great. But
Oh, I need to watch that.
he just comes
I-
off as such a regular guy, Paul Giamatti, that it's just
I think I was watching
Kind
an
of
interview
amazing.
and I was like, I think I just want to chill with Paul Giamatti. Like,
he's just
Yeah.
just delightful.
I want to chill and
I
talk
love
about Deep Space Nine.
The Google AI. There's no direct evidence confirming whether Holly Hunter watched Star Trek prior to joining Starfleet Academy. I'm like, okay, great.
Okay,
Thanks.
cool. Give me an interview. That's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another great scene with her and Caleb though that really showed the height differential.
Oh,
The language
Yeah,
luggage scene.
that was.
yeah.
I was like, how big / smaller are these people? I don't.
Well, I was almost wondering if they were doing a perspective, like a forced perspective.
They don't need.
I don't
If
think
they're
they
the same
need
height, they are. That'd be funny if one time they just do the
Yeah.
Caleb's far away thing.
Yeah.
Well, they are trying to do a thing where they shoot them, like I've noticed, especially when they give like the talks, where they're pretty far away from each other to try to make up.
Yeah,
height.
instead of that.
Like
Yeah.
the suitcase thing. It's like they weren't right next to each other. They
Or
were a
she's
pretty
sitting in
good
a suitcase,
distance.
and then
Yeah.
he's leaning. Yeah, so they make up for it. But
Yeah.
Well, there is a 1 foot difference between them, but it looks so much more in some of those
Yeah.
shots. And she's wearing like boots, right? Or I guess no, she might not be wearing any shoes, and he might be wearing shoes. Maybe that's part of it too.
in her uniform, she's usually wearing boots. If she's
Yeah, she's
in
not wearing
her
shoes in that
home, then
the
she's not.
suitcase scene.
Yeah,
no, because she packed them.
all 4 of her shoes.
Oh, well, I bet she has tons of shoes. She's a Lanthanite. She still doesn't wear them. They're all in perfect condition, centuries old. But
She's Lanthanite. She has tons of
Okay.
everything.
That's
I'm
right.
still surprised they actually got that suitcase closed. Because like all the other things, it's like
I'm
you
assuming
pack
that they
on top of
removed
that.
stuff when they
Yeah.
actually did.
Caleb is swole. He could just push
Maybe
it down
he,
and
like,
move.
took
That
some of
zipper
the-
is really tough.
Maybe he
'cause-
took one of those boots that she definitely didn't need out.
Yeah.
And there'll be a nasty note later. You took my boots out. 100 hours of
Be-
manual service.
It'd be funny if you sealed it and it goes or something like that. It's got,
Well-
like
Yeah.
removes the air from inside of it, or
Actually, I kind of want at the beginning of the show to just have a number of hours of service. Right now,
Oh, yeah.
Caleb still owes. Starfleet Academy, 138
Kinda like how
hours of manual
with-
service for Caleb.
With
Oh, yeah.
Sam's episodes, we got like the different
Oh yeah,
data
the
points and
text
stuff.
and the Miss
Yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
stuff. That'd be great.
But also, what is manual or menial labor in
Like at
what
the
is essentially
end,
a
there's-
post-labor society?
Yeah.
They're just swiffering stuff, even though they don't need
yeah,
to.
Space Swiffer.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're doing the
And
DOS
they were
job.
goofing off talking too, so it's just
Yeah.
like,
Listen, I'm
man,
just saying.
it's like a minimum wage job. You have to do all this work, but you kind of resent your boss because they pay you nothing. So,
Cleaning out the holodeck
You talk a
filters.
yeah,
Listen, I'm just saying that from my understanding of the military, that's how they would treat you in a military. But Starfleet always just say it's not a military. Well, that's not helping the allegations.
war college doesn't help you.
Look, as someone who grew up like on military bases, when people were like, "It starts with the military," kinda like that's my response.
Yeah,
Also, this idea that Caleb never reaches 0 hours, and I'm just getting flashbacks to Andor. They're just gonna keep cycling you.
Somewhere in the writer's guide of TNG and Phase 2, but that didn't happen. They talk about what like no, it's not a military, but there are aspects of it that are, and like kind of list naval things, and
Yeah.
so it's sort of like it walks the balances on the fence post. It doesn't say one way or another, but
yeah.
Mhm.
yes and no.
Well, you do see that distribution as well, because I think about like when it comes to like, oh, this is kind of like his penalty, but at the same time, you also started to see these seeds of stuff where like when he's like, hey, this is jeopardizing my career too. Like, wait, your career? What are you doing a career? When did this start? Like,
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
yeah.
Hey, I started
he's
college.
being-
And I started college undecided on my major. I understand.
Yeah, but you also wanted to go to college, presumably.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the whole thing is like he was kind of forced to like go there as
Yeah.
far as like a sentence.
No, Rachel
It's like,
escaped
oh.
prison and was forced to go to college.
So
We don't
so
like
now
to
it's
talk
kind of
about it,
like
but-
he's talking about his career, and it's kind of like at some points those are those
Yeah.
little tiny lines
No.
where you have to look back on later. It's like, did they forget?
Well, when he started not
No,
talking
I
about his
feel like
mom
we're getting- I
constantly,
understand.
Yeah.
he had
Oh,
room to
see.
think about a career. So
Yeah.
it's been a balancing act.
But I also think it's meant to show that like he's becoming
Yeah.
part
he's
of the group,
becoming-
and
yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
they've kind of been established that in a couple episodes. But I am curious as to, assuming some kind of like narrative circle, will who was it that told him not to trust Starfleet? Was it his mom or was it Paul Giamatti?
Specifically, it was supposed to be his mom. Like that's what
yeah.
they're leading with.
So if his mom said, will that come back around to like something that makes him not want to trust them again, or make him question trusting them again, like something towards the end of the season, I would presume, or something that maybe
they
draws
touched
maybe
on it
that
a little bit there, where it's basically he kind of felt like, oh, are you still like not doing anything in terms of like finding my mom?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like, you know, I was like, oh, there's other stuff going on right now, but yeah, we haven't stopped.
They're also,
Well-
as we talked about earlier, she was like, no, I wasn't going to ask that sociopath I was talking to.
Yeah, I guess that's sort of what I mean.
Yeah.
Is like he is growing to trust them, after being explicitly told not to. Will that come back to bite him, or will cause him to question that growing trust?
Well, I predict, that his mom will come back and he'll learn not to trust her,
Yeah.
and it'll
Or
be,
he'll want to be around her,
switch
even
basically.
if he does trust them.
Yeah.
Well, I
But
think
his
they're
mom-
laying
I'm
the
sure her
ground for
mom
that.
will ask him,
his
join
mom will,
me, and we shall rule
yeah,
the
his
Armaganian.
mom will come back, and then we'll find out it's one of her clones. And then
Oh no!
Oh no.
we'll
And he's
find,
gonna become the
16
sickest
other
pirate prince
clones.
in all the
Yeah.
sector.
Yeah.
Black
they
pirate.
are doing a lot of
killed
things with
mom.
like chosen family too with
Mhm.
this.
Yes.
And so it's kind of like that thing of like, yeah, you're already seeing the people, the friends and stuff that he gathers. So in those circumstances, if he does have to judge with that, and it's like, well, I spent all this time like trying to get back to like my mom and find her, but if something goes down, it's like, well, this is my family. Like you can already tell they're leading that direction.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also, I missed
Hopefully we
Tarima's
don't find
brother.
out,
Me
or
too.
still
Paul
there.
Giamatti's is his dad or something like that.
I was thinking that's going to be the case, but
Yeah.
speculation, obviously.
I'm gonna make a wild guess about Caleb. Is that man was not birthed by like two white people,
No, I just
Yeah.
and also
Well,
it's
also
definitely
he's not part Tellarite.
or part Klingon. That's also
Yeah.
a really good point.
I was just being silly.
Yeah.
It just feels like the kind of like or
Noose
that
is
he's gonna try to
obviously
convince
his
him.
uncle. We all know it. But
Yeah. I changed my genetics like somehow.
hey, Dal did it.
Did they say what episode Tatiana Maslany's coming back?
I don't think
I
they
think
have.
Also,
Frakes
when's
let
Tilly
slip.
showing up?
Frakes let slip. When Tatiana. I think he's
Oh, is he
the end. She's come back at the
Okay.
end. If you
Okay.
go look it up, there's an exact
can
thing, but I won't
see-
say it here.
I mean, I guess I can see on Wikipedia what episode Franks is directing, and I'm betting he mentioned working with her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
So,
what it is.
I will,
Loose lips, Frakes,
do,
sinks
do
ships.
you want me to say what episode Jonathan Franks is directing?
Is it 10 episodes this season?
It's 10 episodes this season.
He's doing 2, right? They're doing blocks.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it definitely says episode 9, and then it's TBA
So I
for 8
think
and
he's
10.
doing 10. Yeah.
So it's probably doing 9 and 10.
Everyone else has done 2.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Sorry,
also
Mike.
been doing the thing where, because they showed it like some of like Kareem's stuff and not just in blocks. He's also kind of been doing the thing where he's kind of been hanging out there
Sure.
when he's not directing. Like,
That's cool.
So that gives because not all directors
Yeah,
do that.
there's a
He's very
restraining
much a
order,
director
but
where it's
no
kind of
one
like,
will
I need a
enforce it.
sense of everything that's going on in the episodes that I'm not making.
Yeah.
He wants to
Uh,
know how a show works because he wants to direct it like
Yeah.
the show does. He's that kind. He's good TV director.
Oh my god, is Google screening out Frank
What?
thinks you're using it as a substitute for the F word?
What?
Okay.
Now I'm going to test it.
I should be able to approve any of. I don't know what's going
Okay.
We
on.
all should type Frakes in the chat.
I don't know.
Sometimes
I have-
on like TikTok lives, it will like not even send to it. My favorite one is I was trying to tell a story involving like the actual like I was telling a story about a friend's from high school's dog. It was a Shih Tzu, and it would not let me say the word Shih Tzu, and I ended up having to message my friend on Discord and be like, "This is what I've been trying to say."
It worked for me.
I don't know. I think
The
it's
fact or
cursed.
fiction? It's not true. We made that up.
Ooh.
Maybe it was the word tag. That could be it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But I need all social media to have a "this is a good friend, they're not going to offend me" filter.
Yeah.
They're like, this person's being rude. I was like, my friend is lightly ribbing me. That's fine. Like,
You would almost think that it would have like some kind of filter based on the like if you both follow each other or something.
yeah, to be like,
Yeah.
if
That's
you're-
too hard.
If you on TikTok, if you talk to this person every day, perhaps you're fine with how they talk to you.
Listen, this
Or they're
presumes
a
that they want you to
stalker.
see what your
Dun,
friend
dun,
wrote
dun.
to you.
Yeah.
They just want you to see what they can advertise to you.
Oh, that's interesting, Jill.
Oh, okay.
That sometimes Google.
This is not any
Okay. Yeah, it could be
thing
that.
specific. Oh yeah. This is not anything like deep or anything, but you walk by and you see a Batleth club in the background, and the Batleth is the one from Discovery, like the one that they had, the early
Oh, okay.
kind of very artistic looking
yeah.
one.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah,
We've
I thought that was
got
interesting.
this lag around. Let's put this up.
Yeah. Well, it's probably just an image too. They probably had it in their database.
Oh,
Also, did he
you
go?
know,
I was gonna say, it just made me think of it. Did he go swimming in the aquarium?
Yes.
I
That's
think
what
so.
they
Yes.
implied.
Yeah.
I
Seems
will say, if I
not
lived in a
safe.
dorm with two other people, and people were like, "Do you want to go hang out with complete strangers or have some alone time?" I'd be like, "Have some alone time." Oh my
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, why would you want to stay here by yourself? Why wouldn't you? Like, like-
Yeah.
if you have like 3 roommates, just like if nothing else, just stay in your own room with no people."
When else can you run around the school with no pants on?
Well, that too.
I mean, even though Jet's
Speaking
there,
of, like,
but I guess
hanging out
whatever.
alone.
Well, Caleb gets
Kyle.
transported places without pants all the time, so it's just
Yeah.
how school is. But
The
I guess
workaholic
given that they
already
have
did it to
dots
him.
and all that stuff, security would be easy enough to like you don't have to have a ton of people, actual people there.
It's true.
and Caleb is no longer going out and sitting on the fence, so he's got stuff to do.
Yeah. You know,
He's got to get his son. Got to get
he-
oh my gosh, get his son is what I was trying to say.
Which did not look like sun. That was the weird thing about that. That whole thing's like
It was
I don't feel like
obviously
you're
studio
actually-
light because we know it's a
No.
big studio. But
No, Kyle
Right,
got
but I
all
mean,
the
it's still
Kyle
Kyle took all the
Kyle got all
stuff.
the
Yeah,
stuff.
I know, because,
Yeah.
Well, even when he came show back and so did he still went. The thing I was kind of worried about, like earlier in the episode, when it's kind of like, oh no, they're gonna set up a thing where like he went there instead of going with like Kyle, and now there's gonna be like turmoil there. And then it was just like right at the end of the episode, he's kind of like, yeah, I just told Kyle all this, and Kyle's cool with it. like,
Kyle's like,
and you're
"Oh,
just
I was so worried." Yeah, okay.
I
Whoa,
have to
whoa,
be
wait!
worried
Normal
because
human
of him not
communication
being
on my
there.
good television shows.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Because that could have easily been a conflict point, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay,
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
They didn't. They were
There's
just
one thing we haven't discussed.
what?
Should you really call something a warp? Oh, it's not a warp slug, and then it is a warp slug. Is that a little too on the nose? I thought it was.
the fact that there's a
Maybe
warp
little.
slug period is like a little.
I can
weird.
forgive that.
Listen, one guy got
didn't-
connected to dilithium and exploded all of it. I'll accept that a warp
Well,
slug can happen.
That's true.
That just happened the once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far. But
Don't.
Boy
don't-
got sad and cried and blew up everything. Like,
that's very Star
that's
Trek,
still-
though. It's so dumb.
Somebody,
It's very Star Trek.
somebody told me like they hadn't watched Star Trek for a while, and I explained like the Academy takes place after the burn, and like, well, what's the burn? And I said, oh, it's all
I
the
haven't seen-
dilithium. You know,
Yeah.
No,
It's
it's
like,
just
yeah,
lot.
how-
It's Mad Max. It's now post-apocalypse.
yeah.
Mhm.
You don't tell them why.
Star Trek already is post-apocalyptic because we had.
And this
World
is
War III.
post-apocalypse.
Um,
it's so
yeah.
trendy.
Yeah.
The kids love it.
You can't
So he
let
wanted me
Mr.
to
Noodle
explain the-
cry. This
Yeah.
bird will happen.
And he wanted me to explain the burn to him. I'm just like, just no, maybe just say that it happened. Like,
Yeah.
fine. So I explained it to him. He's like, that's dumb. I was like, yeah, it kind of was.
It's not my. It's as far as I mean, I like the idea of the event. The explanation's
yeah,
not my
me
favorite,
too.
but it's not my least favorite thing either. But the whole reason this came up for me recently is I was trying to look up. It occurred to me I was like, what are the Borg doing? What are the Dominion doing? Like obviously we know that
The Borgati could still be around helping people.
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
The other Borg probably are.
I would like to see the Borg
They're
actually have
sleepy.
evolved because they keep
think
assimilating
should've-
people and they never change. They're just
They
like,
should have
okay.
fractured. The Borgati should be one faction, and there should be like
Hmm.
the others should wake up that fell asleep,
assume
but they're
the, like,
not part of the
of-
giant collective.
The
It'd be cool.
evolution of them is the Borgati, as we're calling them.
Yeah.
Um,
Which we shall never show on screen or canon again, because Why?
Why? Because we're
Because
trying
we
to pay,
built the D. That's why.
Because we built the Enterprise D and are paying for the entire cast of the next generation.
Yo.
Like
Borgatti sounds like some sort of like Italian dish.
it
that
does.
we
It is.
want to order.
Sounds delicious.
Or a very
Yeah.
expensive scooter. I like to think. I drive
Oh,
a
yeah.
Bugatti.
Like an Italian scooter that you.
yeah.
You're wearing a
Um,
scarf and you're going 20 miles an hour.
But I was curious. I was like, what are they doing after the burn?
Yeah.
Have we heard anything about them? And so I went and Googled it, and I found a couple Reddit threads, including one from a couple days ago, where people were like talking about the burn, and there's a bunch of people in those comments being like, "What the hell's the burn?" And then people are like, "Oh, it's from Discovery," and they're like, and then of course they're all snarky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does this make Noose the Ayatollah of rock and roll, though? I think it does. But
I was always wondering, it's like what, like Romulans. I know they don't have Romulus themselves, but they have their
Navari,
ships are
yeah.
singularity drives. Why did that not work?
Aaron
there has to be
Walke,
enough-
our
Well,
friend,
there's a lot of discussion about that in those threads too.
our
Yeah,
friend
yeah.
Aaron Walke cleared this up a long time ago.
No, I know he did, but it's like just
They used dilithium to power their singularities. That was what it was.
Uh huh.
Oh, because I saw people saying they might have used dilithium for other things on their ships, just not their drives.
No, they
Yeah.
used it to power the singularities. This was
Which
screwed
doesn't make
up
sense
by
because it really isn't a power source.
Aaron
per se.
Walke. Always makes sense. You shush.
I know Aaron Walke, so I can I can shush him myself.
I know he's delightful.
How dare you try and shush someone with your own name, Aaron?
You're-
Double Aaron.
Actually,
Yeah,
on
the
you.
Council
Double
of
dumb
Aarons will
on
hear about
you.
this.
I was sending
Double.
myself a message the other day so I could go back and look at a link, and I accidentally sent it to him. He's like, "This is interesting." I'm like, "Oh, that wasn't supposed to be for you. That was for me."
Hi, Aaron
I-
Twin.
I
Sorry.
have almost done that on Facebook when setting stuff. I love how we've all decided the best way to get something for your phone to your computer is to send it to yourself on Facebook.
Yeah,
Or email or something or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twitter. I've done it
because
with
the
everything.
save
I
for
think.
later is like a very dicey and sometimes hard to find. That's what's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I'm just saying there have to be different types of propulsion that someone uses that isn't dilithium based, and that faction should have
Oh,
become.
the
like,
ancient Bajorans. Their sailing
yeah?
vessel was
that's true. Their solar sails went to warp. That's true.
But they went
only in certain
and-
eddies. Though.
yeah.
So I don't think they had. I don't think they had. Well, they didn't have dilithium on that ship. That's for sure.
No, I
No.
think they basically
Wood dilithium.
the equivalent of like they caught a stream
Yeah.
Yeah,
and like
but I mean that should have
Yeah.
been.
Oh, what they should have done is
should
just
be able
had
to do that.
like 1,000 warp slugs just tethered to the front of their ship,
doop, 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 doop.
Yeah, they didn't
and
explode.
then except
They're
the
not
goo
dilithium
just
based.
gets all over you, and oh, it's gross. But
Well, you
Caleb
know,
has a
like
lot of
the warp
hours.
in general, they kind of have that thing of like, and this is one of the things where I saw it just like with like the burn and just media in general, how they kind of overlap each other. With like Doctor Who and Star Trek, and kind of how they have those parallels. It's like, oh, Doctor Who had the flux and eliminated half the universe, and Star Trek had the burn, and then
Doctor Who
you know,
has eliminated
the
way
warp
too
slug
much
feels
of the
like it's
universe.
diving into that like kind of Doctor Who like random creature territory of like, oh, well, there's this is totally a thing. Like, and so it was done for the sake of comedy, but like
Yeah.
Doctor Who would typically do it, like just as like a one-off like play that you've seen in Star Trek, but it's like just media crossing over because we get a lot of these modern science fiction writing is people that grew up on science fiction,
Yeah.
so rather than books. So you're seeing a lot more of the overlap there.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's who's really behind the burn is Sutek. It all works together now. Yes.
No, it's Mr. Noodle.
It's not Harold Saxon.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
And I never think, does everyone know the joke I'm making when I'm
It's
saying
Blobby.
Mr. Noodle? Is the actor who played that character is Mr. Noodle from Elmo's World?
Oh.
Okay. I think I did know that at one point, and I
Yeah.
forgot. Because it seemed familiar.
And I'm also really, because I think I'm a little younger than everyone here by varying degrees, but I might be the only
I'm
one.
so old, but yes.
I might be the only one who grew up like an Elmo's World was a thing when I was a little kid.
Yeah, not me.
Like Elmo's World specifically,
No.
not Elmo.
I think
R2D2
Elmo
was still
started,
on
like, in the
Sesame Street
80s.
when I was little. But
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
What?
I still remember like I've seen I would grew up like obviously prior to that because I'm older, but it's like I still remember Elmo's World, especially because like the gags
Yeah.
that came from it, like there was a random one where like Bert like showed up and he was just like, how do I get out of here? And it's just
Wow.
kind of like
existential
it was done kind of
horror.
Yeah.
Wow.
in a creepy way.
Elmo premiered in 1980.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
seems
But
way
he
earlier than I
wasn't
thought.
big then because I don't
He
remember him
wasn't-
from when I was
it
little.
took him
No.
a while to get big. Elmo's World.
And his
started in
name,
No,
his
he-
voice changed a couple times too. I think.
Well, yeah.
Rachel, he never got big. He's 3 years old.
He's 3.5.
I'm
Popular.
sorry.
Elmo's
I know he
World-
hates that rock.
Elmo's World started in 1998. So
Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah,
Star-
no, it's definitely not his own show.
Yeah.
There was Tickle Me Elmo and all that crap, and yeah.
It's burned in my brain.
anyways, we can bring it back to Star Trek Muppets. They're gonna
Yep.
do that on Strange New Worlds next season.
I can't wait. I love
Yay.
puppets.
Yeah.
I don't care about you haters. Not you people here, but just
Yeah.
people out there. Not in the chat. You're lovely. But
I'm going to be fascinated to hear the reasoning behind it because I loved the musical
Yeah.
episode, but like you can only pull that off so many times.
no reason. Just shoot with puppets.
If they,
just puppet.
I know I want one human actor and the rest to be puppets.
Yeah.
No, one of the characters will be like, "What the hell? He's a puppet," and everyone else will be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Well, we did
Calm
have what's his name getting turned into a puppet on Lower Decks.
Mhm.
That's true.
The security officer.
Keijon. Right?
Yeah.
John.
Yeah, Keishan,
Yeah.
when he's a puppet.
Yep.
And
Do
then-
not
No
play
strings
with.
on him.
Yeah. And they're like, stop playing with him.
Yeah.
That's an officer.
Yeah, but she tapes like the little sign. It's like,
The
I am not a
sign,
toy.
Yeah.
Do not play with me.
He's so cute though.
Well, that's why I figure feel like a difference in like Starfleet Academy versus like Strange New Worlds, where Strange New Worlds where it started was basically like, oh, this really feels like Star Trek, and then it's kind of turned into more of like a theme episode thing,
Yeah.
whereas like Starfleet Academy, again, it's starting out like Star Trek, and even this
Yeah.
episode that was potentially have that kind of a little bit fillery feel didn't really go too far there, where it's
To
kind of
be
like
filler
there's only 10
episode-
episodes, don't do this.
To be fair, filler episodes are very Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a
In
10
a world of
episode
22 episode
season,
seasons.
it's you want to see less of it.
I wonder, are they bringing Gates in to choreograph the puppets in Strange New Worlds? I hope they
Oh,
do.
that would be interesting.
That would be.
But she's
She's
Um,
got the experience.
But not.
But I will say that like not Strange New Worlds, Starfleet Academy.
Thatcher, maybe.
I do like it quite a lot, but I was to say instead of having a theme a week, it just has a general theme of this is Star Trek in a school,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which I really like.
Yeah.
As I told
It's
someone
so-
in the comments not too long ago, if you don't like these two concepts, fix your heart. But yeah,
I did. RC said it was like shit. RC was like, "Is this too mean?" And I sent back the "Do It Kermit" meme. like,
The Dark Hermit meme.
Jake, this is brilliant. Carol King
Do
should
it.
be the only human in the Muppet episode.
That would be
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
That would be fun.
That would actually that could also be plausible to it.
Yeah.
Lanthanites just
or,
have odd thoughts,
Yeah.
or immune.
and so if this entire thing is just
I-
something that's taking place in her
it's
head,
the
Oh, God.
thing. It's like the.
It would be
correct-
great if she just had a cursed, or Carol King, yeah, that Lanthanite, had a cursed object.
Mhm.
And then Pike plays with it. And she's like, "What are you doing? That's cursed." And then
It's
like
the-
Warehouse 13.
The post that goes around every now and then is like there are two ways to be a human in a Muppet movie. You are either Michael Caine and you're doing the most serious thing in your life,
Right.
or you're Tim Curry and you're like, I'm a Muppet. I'm a Muppet too. Like,
choose wisely. That's right.
I think with Strange New Worlds, it's sort of interesting. It's like it's Star Trek can be almost anything. It's like it's sort of stressing that though. Like when you we want a wing to be flexible, but too much and it's going to snap and the plane is going to crash. And I feel
Yeah.
like
yeah.
Strange New Worlds comes dangerously well. The musical I hated, but that was just me. Everything else like yeah. I love music.
Yeah.
I say this every time. I love musical episodes on
Okay.
TV. I will watch television shows I have never seen to watch the musical episodes.
Yeah.
This just didn't work.
Okay, acceptable.
Okay. Also, it was
RC
like shot during the
you're-
pandemic, so a lot of the
Yeah.
choreography and stuff was odd. And
It was,
Yeah.
it
There's
could have been
that
better,
I
but
can agree
they
with.
did
Yeah.
their best. But
it is that
Or-
teetering wing because you don't want it to be the only thing that is known about it. Like if at the
That's
end
fair,
of Strange
yeah.
New Worlds, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
remember
The
this when
crossover-
they did this and when they
the
did this?
crossover will
No.
live forever.
the crossover.
Yeah.
was gonna
That
be-
is the
Yeah.
peak. I like
Yeah.
the musical episode, but the crossover is because it's two
It's-
Lower Decks episodes and a Strange. It's
Mhm.
yeah,
it's so good that
It's
the
hilarious.
third season's not as good, but they
And
were
it's also
never
kinda
going to be
funny
that
they-
good.
they
Never.
brought in the characters from a comedy Star Trek show, and it is actually more grounded than half of the episodes
And
that they do when
touching,
they're not
and-
there. So it's
Yes.
like, that kind of says something too.
It's also funny because I know apparently
They're just so good, though.
the,
I mean,
the Strange
Tawny
New
and-
Worlds actors felt like more like, oh, we can improv like after they were outside.
Well, try and stop them. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Well, then I guess Jonathan Frakes also was like not used to that, and I guess he like was like, he's like, "What do you think?" I think it's great. He's like, "I also think it's great. Let's do it." Like,
I also just like seeing Jack Quaid in more things, but
yeah,
Yes.
I
he's
like
amazing.
seeing Jack Quaid's face in things where he's not like they're not extremely violent. The Boys, or oh god, what was
He was
the
in
name of that
Scream.
also Scream, that movie where he plays someone who like can't get physically hurt.
Novocaine?
Yes, Novocaine, which
Yeah.
is a good movie, but
I haven't watched it yet. I keep meaning to because it's.
I went
I
with
have
a
it on
friend.
streaming, but I forget.
So I watched it in theaters, and there are a couple times I straight up had to just close my eyes.
I believe it. I heard some behind the scenes stuff. It's like, yeah, we had to kind of make it look like he could survive this, and they pushed that.
They definitely pushed that.
Yeah.
Does everyone want to go around and give some like final thoughts about the episode before we send everyone off to the salon?
Yes.
Sure. What I really liked about it is it was that kind of filler episode, but it also fit the actual time that was taking place in the show. It's like the filler episode makes sense in the world of somebody going away for spring break, essentially, and
Yeah.
just it that helped a lot. The B plot A plot, I don't know, with the wedding was kind of compressed into, like, I don't know if it was even necessary,
Yeah.
honestly, but
No,
no, I know it's like, but a filler
Compressed
episode can
into
get
the
that.
AR wall. Yeah.
that is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
that is the college plot. If you're at a really religious college where people are like get married at spring break.
But it was enjoyable.
For
it was fun,
reasons.
there was a lot of
Yeah.
I mean, we got more about Kyle and Jaden, so that was cool.
yeah, I kind of said towards the beginning though, I really enjoyed the episode. Not my favorite. There's a few. I think we've kind of touched on a bunch of different little small nitpicks or things that could have just been slightly better. But overall, I'm still really enjoying the show.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
on
I-
that same level. Like
Yeah.
I think it's generally good. It was a nice breather, I think, for like, I didn't have to watch an episode like last week. I've talked to Rachel about this prior of like things that you watch and you can't watch prior to going to sleep because you'll be thinking about it a lot. Like that episode, I was able to actually, hey, I could go to sleep after that. Like, it was like, oh, I'll watch it when it drops and then go to sleep afterwards. And it was like, hey, that was nice. Nice little easy tucked away episode. The wedding stuff, I agree with as well. Was a bit okay. I'm here for it, but
Oh wait, no galactic meteor shower. That was the bad part.
Yeah, because, all of a sudden, look, everyone's happy. The end of days is here.
But like, does that mean like it's something that sweeps past every planet, or it happens at the same time? It like doesn't make sense.
No.
Don't
This
know.
is talking about your Hallmark movie. I'll be very quick. Sorry, the Hallmark movie.
It's the
where
Nexus
there
is
was-
near. Maybe the Nexus
Yeah.
is near. I don't know.
It was.
It makes a tour.
romance. It was a romance where this NASA engineer is sent into this small town to build an observatory for a meteor shower. I'm like, that's not how that works at all. You don't
just
use a
his
telescope
camera.
to look at them. Yeah, I was like, what are you learning from it anyway?
I-
So that's what
A
that
me-
reminded me of. It was like,
Definitely there
what?
are some Hallmark / like the Netflix Christmas movies where it was like, if you know enough about what their career thing, leave all that knowledge at the door. When
That's-
Careers are for abandoning for love at Christmas in a small
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
What, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, so
Um,
that was I had to get that in before.
I just want to add on top of Aaron real quick in terms of like, yeah, a meteor shower feels like the perfect thing for like the end of an episode like this and like an event to bring everybody coming back to. It felt like they went, how do we sci-fi this? Oh, it's a galactic meteor shower.
I can only
and then
imagine
there's
that
Stephen Colbert in there, narrating the whole thing.
Yeah.
the science advisors, like Dr. Aaron or whatever, like
yeah, where was
they
she?
shot. No, I can imagine they shot down some horrible thing, and they're like, okay, sure, take the meteors, as long as you
Yeah.
get rid of this horrible thing that makes no sense.
yeah,
Aaron
We'll find
would
out
say
later
that
in
our
a tell-all
improv-
book.
She would say our improv science was better than that.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I too, I like this. It's another one of the character-centric ones of Starfleet Academy, and they're good. And I enjoyed it. And yeah, just having Laura Thok on voice only is like Gina can command a whole episode through this only partially her, because you could hear her emotions when it was. You couldn't hear the words, but you could hear her Laura Thok talk.
See how they filmed that, like whether they could hear that one.
Oh yeah, was she like off stage somewhere, just kind of like yelling the lines back?
I'm sure she wasn't. There's no way she was on stage. That was because they have not everyone in every episode to be cheaper. So if she's, well, I mean, she wouldn't have to have makeup. Maybe she would makeup free. Come in and do that, I suppose. But
she had to record it at some point.
Yeah, that just the little things like that were delightful, and the whole thing. Other than the only real big criticism is it's like don't have round things in the AR wall that are equidistant from the edge of the AR wall. Thus, us seeing it even have more. It's fine if I know it's there, but I don't know.
Yeah,
have something square that goes
into
as well. Yeah, but
and early when they're raining in the beginning, you can see like supposed to be lightning, I think, going off in the city, but rarely does San Francisco have like thunder, like lightning. But whatever.
It's the curse of the puppet.
Actually looks better like when you see like actors showing it on like social media and stuff versus how it appears in the episode.
On Discovery, they did some amazing ones, like when they went down to that planet and like there was that other crossfield ship or whatever it was. And like because they filled it so it didn't look just like a round thing,
right? You need to
with the air wall,
like
So I know Trek has recently used it very well, but this because it reminded me of the Starfleet or the Strange New Worlds wedding, except that looked like a wedding. I mean, this was supposed to be small, but I don't.
Yeah, it's like a pre-wedding reception kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like the courthouse before the real wedding.
Yeah,
like
that's the equivalent.
Yeah.
They spent too much on the Intrepid class last episode, so they had to.
The trouble is all of the planet is an open bar, and that's really expensive. They have to have a small wedding to make up for.
Yeah.
I'll say I really enjoyed this episode. It's not my favorite of this series so far, but like I have enjoyed all of them, so that makes sense. I did enjoy having like not being like and now just as emotional, like a downbeat, and that's actually like kind of realistic for like actual trauma if you don't necessarily process it right away.
And if you have more trauma right away again, that happens, but that's bad.
Yeah, and I did like how it does make sense for college, where it's like all the college stuff is happening now. Go away for a week. We're closing everything down. What, you live here? You have to go find somewhere else to go.
Yeah.
And Caleb having his moment of like delete this whole entire log.
Caleb should have been like, no, Aki, I'm gonna work on all my manual labor hours while you're gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me stay here so I can get rid of these.
Because I always would work during spring break. I would just be at the library working, and then like.
I was kicked out of my dorm during Thanksgiving break too, which was like 2 to 3 days off. Really.
That's just mean.
Okay. Does everyone want to go say where people can find you around the internet before we?
Yeah, you can find me at Geek Filter on Blue Sky and Instagram, and apparently soon there's one of the illustrations I did coming out in a book from Star Trek Adventures. I just don't remember exactly when it is.
Oh hell yeah! Love Star Trek Adventures. You can find me at RC Byler around the internet or through Masks and Mayhem, my podcast with Rachel. That is at MayhemCast. And I'll be actually doing a little bit of streaming later tonight too, showing off the new Mutants and Masterminds 4th edition preview.
Nice. I am Jason M. Bray everywhere on the internet, mostly TikTok. I also on Tuesdays do Toku Tuesdays where we react to Kamen Rider with Rachel and a few other people. And just recently started up scrolling YouTube, kind of trying to get back in that, but pretty much the same handle everywhere.
I'm Joel and Valis. You can find me Valis on Twitter, and I'm also Valis on, I'll pimp this, 104.social, one of the Mastodon Trek incident. I screwed that word up. Ignore it. And I'm also in Valis on Letterboxd, where I review every movie I watch, and yeah, what was the last one I did? Oh, Salon Kitty. So forget it. So don't look that up. But dirty.
Joel
Nazi
doesn't exist. Just
exploitation.
go away.
No, it's just a dirty movie from the 70s. But
I'm Rachel. I'm Dramaturg 884 around the internet and on other things, but I invited all the people I do those with, so now I don't have to plug them because they did that. Thanks, Jason. and
Smart.
Darcy.
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing everyone next week, and until then, live long and prosper.
Thanks for watching our Starfleet Academy First Reaction stream for this week. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and come back tomorrow and every Friday at our new time of 5 p.m. Central for our main podcast show and weekly deep dive discussions on new Starfleet Academy episodes. And until next time, as always, live long and prosper, y'all.